I studied your face and saw no reason to run. I recognized you from some distant dream, like when it rains on a cold day. I had a chill in my bones. Is it true what they say when you know? You know, I'd been dying in the darkness, just longing to be seen. So will you lead me into the light? I've tried on my own, dear, to crawl through the night. I'm running on empty. So lover, will you lead me? Our glasses were half full, no matter how much we drank. I told you I was worried, you told me you were afraid. Well, I didn't smoke that night, 'cause I never wanna die. So will you lead me into the light? I've tried on my own, dear, to crawl through the night. I'm running on empty. So will you lead me into the light? Lover. What do you say when there's nothing to say? Do you fill the silence with a bunch of nonsense? Do you recognize that it might be time to go ahead and hang up your head? Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time for a change. A new way of living, a new way to bring home the bacon. Sell everything that you love to do. And if it doesn't sell, oh well, I guess you'll just learn how to love something new. Blue-collar artist with white-collar entitlement. See, I'm standing somewhere in the middle, and I get the feeling I'm about to slip. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time for a change. A new way of living, a new way to bring home. There's a plumber down in Arkansas, the best writer I ever met. When I asked where to find a CD, he just laughed and lit a cigarette. Well, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time for me to get a real job. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time for a change. A new way of living, a new way to bring home the bacon. Just say the word. We'll be out of here tonight. Just pack what you need, a few favorite things. We'll be out of sight. This town's the worst, and we've known it for a while. It's just a city full of fools, nothing else to do than make my baby cry. Well, anything you want, anything you need, I got you, babe. Throw me the keys, let's run away. Country roads, city highways, coast to coast. We'll take the long way. I know this land like the back of my hand, like the back of my hand. I know this land like the back of my hand, like the back to stay. We can build our own town, fill it with all your favorite things and folks who won't let you down. Well, anything you want, anything you need, I got you, baby. Throw me the keys, let's run away. Country roads, city highways, coast to coast, we'll take the long way. I know this land like the back of my hand, like the back of my hand. I know this land like the back of my hand, like the back of my hand. I know this land like the back of my hand, like the back of my Oh, yeah. Anything you want, anything you need, I got you, babe. Anything you want, anything you need, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Oh, yeah. Anything you want, anything you need, I got you. Yes, I got you. Yes, I got you, baby.
Well, David, only a couple of days ago you turned 40, and now you play New Way of Living. Is that what it is? Is that the major life-changing occurrence in your life?
Turning 40 was nice, and there's no better way to do it than on tour.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if I was just home not doing anything, I'd be very sad. So, yeah, being out here and meeting new people and playing for new groups.
But coming back to that song, it was fantastic.
Thank you.
It came from the album in 2015.
Yeah, that record's called Fables.
Fables?
Yeah.
And now it sounds entirely different. It knocked me off my feet, actually.
Yeah, well, it's very different now.
Are you more mature to play that song now?
I think so. I mean, when I wrote it, we jumped in the studio the very next day, or maybe that afternoon, and I didn't really know how to sing it. I didn't really know how to play it. I mean, I'm still singing the same lyrics. I'm still playing the same music, but there's like an energy and a heart and an understanding that I think I lacked when I first wrote it. And now, growing older, not just in age, but growing older as a musician and a songwriter and someone who's more experienced in travel and playing in front of people and more experienced with the business and my career, singing that song now actually makes a lot more sense than it did when I wrote it.
It's just like revisiting your own material in a way.
Yeah, it's like past David giving a gift to future David.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's the way you look at
that's how I feel about it. Yeah, because in 2015, at that point, I'd only made 2 records, and I hadn't really toured all that much yet. I was just trying to get my feet wet, and that song's a really existential moment of, should I continue pursuing this as a career and as my dream and as my passion, or should I just throw in the towel? And it's funny for someone when I was in 2015, that age and not very experienced, to be like, I think I might throw in the towel and retire. It's like, dude, you haven't even done anything yet, you know? And so that song now really resonates with me because I have a lot more miles under my belt and a lot more shows and a lot more records and a lot more songs. And so now considering the idea is something that is real, that stays with me. Okay, I'm 40 now. Do I have another 40 years in me to do, first off, to be alive, and secondly, to write songs and make records and play shows. Yeah. If
I would compare the material that you did prior to the album that you brought out not too long ago in 2022, I think it was the gospel album.
Oh, Backslider. Yeah.
Backslider.
Yeah.
Which is something entirely different.
Very. Yeah.
If you look at your career, you always seem to be a chameleon in a way.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, that's on purpose.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like a total different David Ramirez.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the reason that my career hasn't really launched as much as it is that it could, it's not of a lack of talent or a lack of drive or ambition.
You're too versatile.
But I want to be. I don't want to be Coca-Cola Classic, where it doesn't matter where country you go to, it tastes like Coca-Cola Classic, you know. And I've always looked up to people who can be chameleons within their work and take hard left turns at any moment, and then just whenever they feel like it. Yeah, so every record I do intentionally is different than the one before that.
And do you have a sonic idea in your head before you start working on it, or does it gradually evolve?
It gradually evolves. Every record I do something brand new. And then for the next one, I take pieces of what I did and incorporate it, but it's going to be really different.
I heard, or I read, that you were inspired by Fiona Apple. Mm-hmm. I hadn't expected that one. You like bands like Third Eye Blind.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you like bands like Radiohead.
Yeah.
What happened to Townes Van Zandt?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is most traditional Texas songwriters I've kind of had to try to stay away from. Because
But I must have been. There is a little bit of that in there too, don't you think?
Well, I think that's just in the water in Texas. I really think that's true because no matter what I do,
it gets in there.
You know, I grew up in Houston, Texas, and I don't have much of it. Houston is a massive city in the United States. It's, you know, I don't know.
Jimmy Dale Gilmore.
That's right.
He came from there.
Anywhere
from Dallas, actually.
Yeah, that's right. But it's a huge city, and all that to say, there's no rootsy.
No,
we're not farming in Houston.
No,
it's a massive town, and so I don't really have much of an accent. But as soon as I started singing and playing songs and writing songs, all of this Texas folk twang stuff started coming out that really wasn't a part of my upbringing at all. I think it's just in the water. But Fiona Apple is a huge influence. I don't sound anything like her, nor do I think I have the ability to. But the freedom that she has in her lyricism and the the fearlessness of trying new things, and just being fully her. I mean, I've never met her before, but I just get that impression from her records that she's doing whatever the hell she wants to do.
That's freedom.
And I want to be free in that way.
And then again, if I look at the video that you shot of My Love's a Hurricane, that was like there's lots of humor in there as well.
So much humor, yeah.
So with your beard all with the.
Oh, that's not me.
No.
No, that's my friend Philip.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think
Yeah.
there is a similarity, but
well, yeah, we have long hair and beards, but no, he's about a foot taller than me.
He's a bit, I didn't want to say that, but
he's taller than me.
I thought you know.
No.
Shrank a little.
No, that's my buddy. Actually,
seems like you had a lot of fun recording it.
Actually, I didn't even record it. It was my friend Barbara who plays bass in the band.
Yeah, she's in there. Yeah.
No, that's our other friend, but
Also,
everyone looks the same.
Oh, everybody looks the same.
No, but she shot it and directed it. But Barbara called me one day and says, I have an idea for My Love is a Hurricane. We get Philip in there with his shirt off, and we get our friend Stephanie, and they're just goofing off and having a good time. And I said, go for it. That sounds fun.
Yeah, because I thought you were on the phone in the beginning.
At the beginning, yes.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Yeah,
Jesus, I'm not.
Yeah. No, you're not losing your mind.
No.
You're good.
I thought I was losing my mind there
You're
for
good.
a second. But, okay, but to go back to Austin there for a moment, you've lived in Nashville as well.
I only lived in Nashville for 10 months.
But that could be more than enough, isn't it? Nashville seems to rub off on people. There's a typical Nashville type of sound that you don't find in Austin that much, I would say.
No.
Do you agree?
I do agree. Yeah.
Is that why you feel so at ease, so very much at ease there?
Yeah, I think there is a freedom in Austin, and
because Nashville is the city of the music industry.
You nailed it.
And there is no such thing.
Not really. No, not in Austin. And so in Austin, you're just kind of free to cruise around and be who you are. And, Nashville's been great, and every time I go back and play shows there, it's amazing and electric, and the people show up, and there's a lot of love. But that's not a city in which I think that I could thrive creatively. There's just too much attention on the product and the outcome, and I personally cannot live in a world in which every creative thing I do, I have to be thinking about what that's going to get me. I have to live in a world in which I can be creative and it can just do nothing.
No.
But the process of doing that made my life better and enriched my spirit, and I can't be thinking about outcome. It ruins my whole love.
Is that true? Yes, you fly into it into the blue, more or less. You start with something and then.
Yeah, I have to do that. There's nothing wrong with capitalizing on creativity, but what I think is really troublesome is when people are creative in order to be capitalized upon, and that's a very subtle change in language, but it is a huge difference on what kind of things you're going to be creating. When you sit down with a pen and pad and a guitar or a piano or a canvas or a block of clay, when you start building something based off what that's going to get you in the future, you're fucked. Yeah. Forgive my language.
No,
but yeah.
So you never think about the outcome. There are
I'd be a liar if I said I don't think about the outcome. I just try to put myself in situations where that's not getting 100% of the attention.
No, but I think there are some songs that you can hear that the artist already anticipated on the reaction that it would,
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course. It's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I like to do my best, and it doesn't always work out as much as I'd like it to. But I like to do my best to consider the business second and consider the work first.
David, are you a workaholic?
No. I haven't worked a day in my life. This is the hardest day of work I've ever done.
That's great. I'm glad to be part of it then. No, but I mean, are you constantly working on material? Are you with your
in ways?
Is touring good for the creativity?
Yes, absolutely. It's new things, it's new smells, it's new tastes and sounds and vibes, and I can't really say that while I'm out here I'm writing a bunch. We had 2 days off, and I did write a little bit, and that was really nice. But generally, when you're going city to city to city, show to show to show, your brain is in tour mode, you know. So to switch over to be like quiet space, alone time, that's a really hard thing to accomplish for me.
And every once in a while, you're in a different time zone.
You're in a different time zone, and you're hungover, or, you know, you're just amped up from the show, and the last thing you want to do is go to your hotel room and write a song, you know. But you store all of this knowledge and all these experiences, and then you go home and you just start pulling from them and seeing what sticks and what doesn't, and that's really nice.
Are you much of a reader? Are you on board?
Yeah, I am.
And what types of is that more? Are you more of a reader of fiction?
I generally like fiction. I grew up in a pretty conservative Baptist background, where everyone was giving us self-help books on how to be a better Christian and how to love God better.
Then you need fiction.
Yeah, so now I'm like, I don't want anyone telling me how I should live my life. I just want to read something that came from someone's imagination. So I read a lot of, recently I've been reading a lot of Raymond Chandler, like just PI detective books, and I have a good time.
Now you're playing, now the tour is going on, you're heading to the UK, I guess, tomorrow?
We'll be in the UK for 3 nights, and then we'll bounce around, and I think one more show in Germany, and then 3 shows in Norway and Sweden, and then we'll wrap it up and go home.
Go back to the good old USA, and there is a big tour coming also, I saw.
Yeah, it'll be, there's another one coming up, and then I'm really trying to get in the studio before the end of the year and make my 7th. My 6th.
The rules and regulations.
Yeah, that came out last February 22, and that was just a really nice opportunity, because everyone was still kind of hesitant on, can we go into a studio? Do we wear masks? How does this work with it? And there's this wonderful studio in Austin, Texas, who called up and asked if I was interested. And at this point, we'd just been locked inside and just not been able to. I said yes.
You booked it.
I don't really have many new songs, but I have like 6 songs I've never recorded. Can we just do those? And thankfully he said yes, and I got a team together, and we all got our shots, and then went in and played. And it was a really nice, beautiful moment to look around. The space isn't even that much bigger than this.
No.
And we're all just squeezed in there on top of each other playing music, and it saved my life, truly, because I was going through it. I missed music, I missed being around people, I missed touring, and I was not doing very well. So when that studio session came, it was beautiful, and I don't really remember a lot of it because I was pretty incapacitated. But again, I was not doing well during that time in my life. So when I listen back to the record, I'm like, oh, we actually did an okay job. It's pretty funny, but
like a picture book.
It's like a picture book, yeah, for sure. But that was an EP, and I'm really proud of those songs. But I'm ready to go in and do like a proper storyboard for a record and curate all the songs and all the moments and do the whole thing. Huh. Yeah.
Needless to say that we're looking forward to that.
I appreciate it. Me too.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks talking to you.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.